Greetings. So this is going to be a pick a card reading, and this pick a card reading is going to be about your future spouse for Future Spouse Sundays all February. So we're going to be asking the question, why are you meant to be for each other, you and your future spouse? What makes you meant to be? And as always, I have 3 piles for us to choose from with these oracle cards here. So pile number 1, your option is resilience. It's kind of hard to see. It says you are protected as you face any adversity. I almost don't want to pick that middle card up because there was a lot of resistance with that card, but it's wishes. Oh my gosh, I'm scared to pick it up. Wishes, it says prayers are answered and your wish is granted. And it has like those little, I think they're not dandelions. Goodness, it's not the top of my tongue, but you know the little plant that you blow and then it like, you know, the little wish, call it wish ball flowers. But anyway, pile number 3, your option is going to be genuine with take off your mask and act. Why can't I read today? Take off your mask and be your authentic self. Okay. So I'll give you, I told you that this card, that's going to be an interesting pile. I already know it. I feel it. But anywho, those are your options. I'll give you guys a moment to meditate, reflect, pray, visualize, whatever you need to do. And we'll be right back. All right, pile number 1. You guys were drawn to the resilience card. This is your reading. So I had a little mishap here with the piles here. So it's a lot of energy. A lot of ungrounded energy for some of you guys. You need to ground yourself. This connection could be one of those connections that catch you off guard. They come before you're ready. Where you feel like you're still trying to balance out your life. Okay. That could be a common theme for all piles. I haven't gotten to all 3 piles, obviously. We're just on pile 1, but I feel as though like this connection could come in kind of like a tower moment, not like a negative thing, but just like it shocks you. It comes really out of left field, or something about the element of your connection is just unexpected. It's not really what you thought what your the energy surrounding your marriage, your person, your situation around the time. I don't know. It doesn't feel like, I feel led to put my little married couple here. Let me I found them at a thrift store, like maybe I want to say probably 5 years ago. 5, maybe 4. Maybe I'm exaggerating. Maybe 4 or 5 years. I'm gonna say 4 at the probably earliest, but latest maybe 5 years. But yeah. So that I feel like your energy connected to your person is very unexpected. Like something about it, you may feel like you're not ready, or they may feel like they're not ready. Maybe both of you do. It's just like this. You don't really feel grounded around the situation. Maybe this person or your life is not grounded, and this person comes in and perhaps make it, helps to make it more grounded for you, even though it may seem like this person is here and it's just like a wild, crazy time. Like, what's going on? What's up? Like, I'm hearing that Deborah Cox song, Nobody's Supposed to Be Here. So maybe that might resonate with you too. Maybe that's your sentiments around love, or when this love comes in. But Spirit is encouraging you to keep going, okay? You might be a water sign, or your person could be a water sign or an earth sign as well. So water signs, Cancers, Scorpio, Pisces, Earth, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn energy. Could even be like your Venus placement, Spirit saying, or Juno. I'm getting like those or Mars placement. But Spirit is saying like you are protected, you know, no matter what is going on. And maybe your connection, it might kind of have like a rough start. Like you guys might have some things that you have to overcome before you guys can be together. Okay, but it's not something to deter your path away from one another. So let's tap in and see with the tarot why you and your future spouse are meant to be. Why is pile number 1 and their future spouse, Holy Spirit, angels and guides? I've asked those that love us, that protect us, that have our best intentions and will, that know the plan, the higher order and plan, destiny, fate for our life and our future spouse's energy. I pray for divine wisdom for both parties. I pray for protection to always surround us in all of our days, everlasting and unconditional love, passion, joy, a safe space, essentially a beautiful, deep, unconditionally everlasting love to come into our lives. Amen and Ashe. For pile number 1, why are they meant to be, Spirit? Why are they meant to be? We thank you for love. We thank you for partnership. We thank you for divine partnership. We thank you for the sacred platform of marriage and what that means. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 6 of Wands, Page of Swords, 2 of Wands, and the Fool. All right, bottom of the deck, it is the Death card. So yeah, this is transformative energy. Ace of Swords at the top of the deck. Like, yeah, this is a connection that is, it's like gonna push you guys to greater limits and like, I feel like inspire each other to, you guys are going to inspire each other. You're meant to, maybe in a way that no one else has the ability to inspire you and them, you know, like you inspire each other in a way that is special, that is unique, that is, it's like you are blessed and anointed with the ability to help your person in ways that no one else could. And it's not like, you may feel like it's a lightweight thing, but to your person, whatever, you know, you're helping them with or helping them through, or how you guys are going to transform each other's life, it's going to mean the world to both of you. It's like what you've overcome. The 6 of Wands is that card of like victory after a battle, after whether it was a tough battle within the self or the world around you or the things that you had to go through. It's like you had to toughen it out. You had to fight it out. You didn't give up. It's like the Hunger Games. Like maybe you're put in a situation where you feel like it was outside of your control, but you had to keep going. You had to survive. And with this person, it's like, this is a blessing because this person comes in your life maybe to show you another side of life. Like life doesn't have to be this way, or what you've gone through is not a testament that this is your forever, you know, situation. You're not always meant to be in this stuck or heavy energy. Like this isn't what life is about. You know, that's just a part of the journey, but you're meant to enjoy life. Even if you have those days, it's like, you know how to get through it, but you have someone to get through it with, or to show you the brighter side of your life circumstances and situations. So it's not to say that nothing ever is going to happen, or there won't be times where you feel challenged or sad, depressed, or you face those adversities. But it's to say that how you look at it is from a much more of a wiser perspective and a positive perspective, where you don't back down, where you don't settle in those heavy spaces. It's like you have that support. So you guys are meant to, why you're meant to be together is because you guys hold the key. It's like you guys are a candle for each other, a light, a beacon of light for one another, a lantern on the path, you know. And I feel like this is going to be a connection where you guys are deep companions as well, like friends, like best friends in this journey called life. So let's see what else. Why is pile number 1 and their future spouse meant to be? I'm going to use my Oracle deck because I feel guided to. I haven't used my own deck in like, feels like a minute. The Judas. Yeah, like people that, you might be someone. Yeah, okay. Your person is going to be like very protective of your energy. Oh, you have the mantle of marriage. So it's like, yes, this is a sacred marriage. Like you're not just getting married just for the sake of getting married. Like your marriage holds a significant purpose. a divine purpose, a calling, like I said, an anointing. Like you guys have an anointed ability for like a path and calling towards each other. You have baptism, spiritual cleanse, and you have divine protection. The Judas is like, you guys may have had a lot of experiences where you've been betrayed by people that, you know, said that they loved you or were supposed to be, you know, your friends, or people that, you know, are family, or you just people that you trust. And maybe your person has gone through this as well. It was like a betrayal. And I feel like this person and you are another, that you guys can trust each other, that whoever smiled in your face and stabbed you in the back or kissed you on the cheek and sold you out, this person is going to show you that you are worthy of love. You're worthy of love. And you're worthy of friendship. You're worthy of healthy family dynamics, that in spite of all of that you've been through, like, they're going to protect you. Like, your story is not going to make them feel like sorry for you in a sense of like, oh, you so weak, or you're so lame, or, you know, oh, okay, well, you're the type of person that just allows anybody to come in your life and do whatever they want. So I'm going to do the same back to you, or I'm going to, you know, exploit you and all that. Like, no, this person is going to be like, you know what? F them people. Like, nobody's ever going to hurt my person. Like I wish somebody would. Like, I wish somebody the fuck would do that to my person, or treat them less than, or stab them in the back. So this person is about loyalty. Okay. For sure. This person is like, this is a purification in your union. Let's see what else. Why is pile number 1 and their future spouse meant to be together? Your person hovers over you as like a protective energy. This might sound weird, but for some of you, even if you don't know who your person is yet, you're not engaged. Let's say for some of you, you could be engaged already. Or you're just completely single. Like, it could feel like your person's energy is around you even when they are not there physically. Or if you don't have a person, it's like there's this energy. After the rain, silver lining, relief, hope, mercy is over, acceptance. I love when spirit just be on point with the message, okay? This is beautiful. And at the bottom of the deck, you have trust the seasons, embracing change, cycles of life, transition, and growth. It's kind of giving death card energy. So this person's helping you integrate to a balance within yourself. So the top of the deck is the Temple of the Rose. Ancient power, expression, activation, scarlet codes. You're very powerful. If you are feminine, or a wife, if you're supposed to be a wife, or for those of you that you're asking, you know, you are seeking a divine feminine energy, or seeking a wife, or consulting about your wife, this person is very powerful. It's like a priestess energy, a temple of healing. Their womb space is a space of healing and nurturing, compassion and passion. Okay, powerful energy. So pile number 1, that is your reading. That is why you and your future spouse are meant to be together. These are the reasons why. And you can trust your person. You can trust this beautiful chapter of your life as well. And I'm sending much love to you guys as always. If this reading resonated, go ahead and give it a like, share. If you guys would like to book your own personal reading, your own future spouse reading, my future spouse readings are on sale for 20% off. And that is only for a limited time until Wednesday, February the 14th, which is Valentine's Day. I also have 18 plus readings available only until February the 14th. So any topic around 18 plus, you can ask whatever you want. I also have my Stairway to Heaven reading, which is a very in-depth love reading, video recording only, that you buy that and you get another love reading of your choice for free. And I will be doing love readings all February, so just keep up with the schedule, okay? And if you guys don't have me on Patreon, become a member. I will be doing Spicy 18 Plus exclusively on there all February long as well. So become a member. I would greatly appreciate it. For any other booking, coaching sessions, phone sessions, video recordings, voice recorded readings, all on my website. Any questions you may have, just email me. Much love as always. Peace. Okay, let's move this out the way. Alrighty. Never too much, never too much. Greetings, pile number 2. If you guys chose the wishes card, this reading is for you, probably. So I'm going to channel first. I was having issues with this card in particular, like setting it up and everything, because the card kept falling over. And I think it even fell over when I was trying to do the like the pile choices and options. So some of you guys, it could be like you don't really have that much faith when it comes to your love life right now, or when it comes to specifically marriage or ever getting married. There could be like a feeling of delay around it. Some of you guys, you've prayed since you were a child for your person. You've been looking, your heart, your spirit, your soul, or you just been actively like always wondered about, you know, it's always been a curiosity for you who you were going to marry, who is your future husband, who is your future wife, you know, like. So some of you guys may feel like your wishes, like, is a little bit of a doubt here. I'm picking up like that you may feel you're not completely confident that love is going to happen for you, or marriage is going to happen for you. Excuse me. But this card, it says prayers are answered and your wishes are granted, right? So your prayers are going to be answered. They are. The things that you wish for, like within your true purest heart, like those beautiful things that you desire. And it may not be like a specific thing like, oh, I want to get married by the age of this, or it may not be on your specific timeline, or maybe it may not be with a specific person, but it's like whatever wishes that surround like your true heart desire. Because sometimes the things that we ask for and things that we want, it may not be really coming from a grounded place or something that's for our highest good, like, but the desire, the basis of that desire, like love, like the marriage part, like that wish is going to come true. Like you are going to be married. You are going to be married to someone that loves you, to someone that likes you as a person, as an individual, that is your friend, someone that you can trust, confide in, someone that you feel like family, home with, someone that is loyal, reliable, and someone that, you know, embraces you and you would embrace them, and you love each other and it is mutual. So let's go ahead and tap in and see why you and your future spouse are meant to be together. Okay, because I feel like it was always a destined call that you felt. Even as a child, you were always hypersensitive to that desire. Okay, like you just had that desire since you were a child. You were a lover. You were always looking for your person in people, even with your first crush in I'm getting like, oh, like in kindergarten, your first crush, like you had that desire in your heart, like, who is my future spouse? And you just had this loving energy, like your first crush, like your first love, like there was always this desire. You were looking for your person in every person you ever liked, had a crush on, ever fell in love with, possibly ever made, you know, sexual relations with. You were looking for your person in every person that you've been with. So I don't feel like you guys are in a relationship now. I don't feel like you guys are engaged to be married to your person yet. I'm not getting a strong sense that you guys know who your person is yet, or know of them, or have ever met. I feel like you guys could be single. For some of you guys could be partnered with someone that's not really your person. And I mean, I feel like sometimes it's not my place to say, but I just felt guided to say that. And that's not going to be for everyone that has a person, but I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes. But for some of you, I don't sense that. So I'm going to go ahead and tap in. But I feel like it's something you already know. Like, it's not something that you're oblivious to. Like, you don't know it. You know, if it's meant for you, at least you'll know. So why are you two meant to be together? Holy Spirit, I pray for unconditional love and everlasting love between pile number 2 and who their future spouse is out in the world. That they both come to peace within themselves, that they meet at the divine time, that they are appointed to meet, that they will embrace each other with unconditional love, compassion, friendship. May this union take them to greater heights within themselves and with each other. This union two becoming one under you, under divine order and blessings. Amen. And Ashe, Holy Spirit, please tell me. What is it that they need to know as to why? Thank you. You guys have quite a few cards. You have the High Priestess. Wow. There's a significance with the number 2. Definitely for you guys. 10 of Wands. 10 of Cups. Ones becoming 2s. Knight of Pentacles. And the 9 of Wands. So there is a resistance here. You guys have been through a lot when it comes to love. You're tired of the journey. You and your person, I feel like, are mirroring each other. You guys feel like, when is my person coming? Like, Spirit, I'm tired. I don't know how long I can hold on. I don't know how long I can wait. Like, what's going on? What's up? And I feel like whoever is the feminine energy in this, or who would be the wife, right? That energy is very, very, very exclusive, meaning not everybody just has access to them. And if you don't have spiritual awareness of yourself as the feminine, whether you want to call yourself a divine feminine, if you operate in your divinity, or if you are a woman that's heterosexual and you consider yourself, you know, to be a wife or future wife, that energy, I feel like if you don't have an awareness of your power, and you don't understand why, you know, maybe you're not being approached, or why you haven't been going out on dates, and why people are intimidated to approach you, or why connections, you know, seem to get off the ground really well and nothing bad happens, but for some reason, like, people just leave your life or they ghost you. You know, nothing went wrong. Everything was cool. Everything was going well. And you didn't change any kind of way. You didn't do anything to run anybody off. You kept the same energy that this person or people, you know, vibed with, they liked, but they ghosted. You might have this misplaced energy where you place the blame on yourself, or you get confused, or you're beating yourself up, or you're looking at the other person kind of, or people, looking at these people as like villains, but in actuality, they're doing you a favor because you have an energy of protection around you. So you may not understand that why these things are happening is for your protection, because these could be people obviously that are not for you, that don't have good intentions, or they're not ready for what you are ready for. They know that they can't give you what you deserve ultimately. Some of them are afraid of deep intimacy. So you could also have a place within yourself where you've been emotionally unavailable. So you've been attracted to people that you know kind of aren't available energetically as well, or emotionally available to give to a relationship, or to go to that depth, that space of emotional depth and spiritual depth. Like, they might be able to go intellectually deep with you and talk, you know, about deep discussions and conversations, and like you might have like deep sexual attraction and chemistry and intimacy, but when it comes down to like the spiritual and emotional connectivity, like they may be a little afraid to dive deep. And for you, maybe as well, like you're not ready to dive deep with the person. So you know, you may have been subconsciously attracted to people that, you know, is kind of just like surface level, not ready to go into depth when it comes to love. So that's why they don't last long, because they're not meant to be in your life. And some of your energy is too high, but you're playing your cards low, meaning like you're making yourself available for people that cannot afford you. So that's what I'm getting from the feminine energy. Like, this is someone that's exclusive. And for some of you, you have not been touched literally in a long time, or it's kind of like this virginal energy, or your person is going to be able to tap into your energy in a way that you've never experienced with any person before. Like, the level of transparency and nakedness and vulnerability as a person, as a spirit, as a being, you have never gone to those depths yet with someone, and they're going to uncover that. They're going to touch the untapped parts of you if you are feminine. And if you're a masculine energy, or let's say you're heterosexual, you would be the husband, you're going to touch this feminine or your wife's energy in a level that no one else has. And that could also, obviously, I'm getting sexually. But yeah, there's this burdensome energy. And I feel like for some of you, I'm hearing, it's like an 80s song. You don't have to hurt, or you don't have to cry alone, or something like that. You don't have to cry, I think it's called. I wish I knew the artist. For those of you that know that old school, you know, that good music, you know what I'm talking about. But I'm getting that energy. The 10 of Wands and the 10 of Cups here. It's like you guys have felt like I've carried so much heartache on me and in me. you're going to walk into that fairy tale. You guys are going to have that fairy tale in this lifetime. I'm telling you, like, you're not meant to be by yourself. I know it feels like some of you guys have maybe someone could have gotten proposed to or got as far as almost getting married, or someone proposed to someone or thought that they were going to like marry a particular woman, or feminine energy, like had it all together, was ready to go, and it just didn't happen. It fell apart, or it was like someone just, too many heartbreaks to name and to count. But this is going to be that last where you guys are like, you know what, this is everlasting. Like, this is going to happen. Like, I don't care. This is, even if excuse me, like someone trying to cut me off. I'm about to affirm. We're gonna speak this out of our mouth. We're gonna, even if I don't know who my person is and I have not even met them yet, and I don't have any prospects right now, blah blah blah, I am going to have that marriage and that union, that partnership, that companionship of my dreams, that family, that home life of my dreams. Like, this is a happy family. This is a happy home. This is healthy. And it's like, we've been so conditioned to accept trauma as normalcy, that to think that you could have a relationship or a family dynamic that is structured, that is healthy, where the family is, I watch this, and not to say that everybody's perfect, because you're going to have your ups and downs, but the beauty of it is like a family and a partnership, a parent, let's say like two people coming together and they have children as well. You guys bring order into your home. You squash the bullshit. Y'all talk it out. Y'all hash it out. Y'all cry it out. Whatever y'all need to do. Hug it out. Whatever. And you guys do this. Your home is going to be structured. It's going to be structured with love and with healthy discipline. It's not going to be like those harsh, not the gentle parenting where you're afraid to like tell your kids like to do some chores, or it's not going to be that tiptoeing, oh, I just let them just do this and have temper tantrum. Like, no. But it's a gentleness in a sense of, yes, there's discipline, but it's not harsh, like being beaten in your back and punched and, some of that stuff that, we've had, and getting whipped with extension cords and all kind of crazy shit. It's not that level. You know what I mean? Like, some of them whippings paid us well, but some kids, it seemed like the baddest ones that used to get whooped all the time are still bad seeds as adults, ironically. So it didn't help much for some people, but this is like a healthy dynamic. And it was a family that me and my mom, we found on YouTube, because we were drawn to it was a YouTube short of them all dancing as a family. It was so cute. And one of the daughters, she likes to dance, so she choreographed the whole dance, and it was so cute. And we went down the rabbit hole and was like watching their different videos, and they're a beautiful family. Like, you could tell, it's a healthy dynamic, and they have like 6 kids. They have 6 kids. But yeah, and it's like, if we haven't experienced that, or we haven't seen that, or we've been taught that relationships are just completely dysfunctional and ratchet and just ghetto and filthy and trashy, that it's just supposed to be this way. Like, that is a lie. And that's because people's trauma is like comfortable in that, or even if they know that they're not comfortable, they don't really like it, they've accepted that, because what it requires to actually make yourself accepted or receptive to a healthy relationship, let alone a healthy family dynamic, if you don't know what that looks like and you've never experienced it, you have to heal. And a lot of people don't want to go through that door of healing, because they have to take accountability for some things, or they would have to show up for themselves. And it's like, no, it's easy to just dwell in my shit. It's easy for me to just blame everybody else. It's easy. Like, no, dysfunctionality looks like normalcy to people that are not self-aware, or not willing to go there within themselves. And I feel like that's the problem that you face with certain partners, is like, you may not know that they have these deep dark rooted traumas and things like that. They may cloak it well, or you may sense it, but you have this compassion, and like, everybody's welcome in the temple, everybody is welcome in the church, come as you are. But the problem is like, sometimes even demons can dwell in sacred places and go in the church, right? With, you know, that temple space. So you have to be discerning and wisdom when it comes to your own energy and who you allow in your space. And know that if you are facing this as a feminine, I'm speaking to feminines right now, as a feminine where you feel like nothing is happening for you in love, or you feel like, you know, people are not sticking around and you're not doing anything different, you're not doing anything bad, you know, it just, spirit is protecting you, because those are not the people for you. And even not just that they're not the people for you, something about their energy is kind of just not it. And as a masculine, like if it hasn't happened for you yet in love, like those people, it's because that they're just not it, you know, they were not the one. And that is okay, because I feel like you guys still have that desire to still find your person. What is the purpose or why? Okay, Spirit's like, well, I told you, but you ain't taking the cards. Okay, I'm taking them. I'm going to take the cards, Spirit. We're going to take them. Okay, so you have distraction, the world system, divine contract, salty, move on, and fear-based. So your person, I feel like, is here to, you guys both will be that for each other. It's like you guys have a similar like path, or you've experienced things where it's like you guys can be like, yeah, I've waited for so long, like I thought so many times that I met the one, or I thought, you know, finally I met the one in this one particular person, or, you know, a couple of people, but it just wasn't, or it was disappointment, or I tried to have a you know, a hot girl phase, or, you know, I try to have like, you know, like that pimp from the Himalaya phase, and it played from the Himalayas, and it just didn't work. You know, I tried to play that role, or I've done it for a long time, but it's boring. It's not really what I want. Maybe some people feel like they're forced to kind of be like that, to be players, or to just be out there, like, but it's to distract. It was a distraction for some of you. And again, I'm noticing like these two pyramids with the caution symbol and this world system, like you try to participate in like the world, like you try to be out in the world, meaning like doing the dysfunctional things everybody do, sleeping around with this person and that person, just having just nonsense, you know, relationships and connections with people, or trying to go out there, be seen and be noticed, you know, selling yourself short, compromising your morals just for the sake of potentially finding someone, or so that you didn't feel lonely. Or some of you guys may have went through a phase where you show like your body a lot, where you're trying to get attention, or like men, you know, or masculine energies, like feeling like you needed to be flashy to get attention, like with your money or with something to get your attention, or to buy affections and stuff like that. Like it's something where like I'm getting a feminine and a masculine energy in different ways, kind of having this phase of like compromising themselves and their morals and their values, doing things that they know that they wouldn't normally do. And it's like kind of like it's coming from a place of desperation. But I feel like that was the part of your life where you needed to heal, and where you found healing, where you found self-love. Like, who am I? Like, what am I doing? Or where you settled for relationships that were less than what you deserved, or you were in a relationship where, I'll use me for an example, goddamn, but I'm going to, I hate to do this, but I know Spirit's like, come on with it, okay? And it's embarrassing. Like when I was in a relationship, I was in a 6-year relationship with somebody from the time that I was 19 years old. I think I was 19 or 18 when I met them. I was young, and they were a couple years older than me. But I remember Valentine's Day, like one significant Valentine's Day, not significant because it was cute, because it was special or beautiful. No, I remember calling this person on Valentine's Day, and it was like the evening time, and I was like, we're not doing anything for Valentine's Day, because for one, they didn't acknowledge it. They lived with me at the time. Like we broke up for a bit, and I got an apartment, and they moved in with me shortly sometime after me living there. And it was like, okay, so our routine, like getting up, going to work and stuff like that, no acknowledgement of Valentine's Day, no acknowledgement. So it gets down to like, let's say, for example, probably let's say like it was 4 p.m., 5 p.m. in the evening time. And I'm like, we're not doing anything. And he was like, well, I plan on going to the gym tonight. You can come with me if you want. And I'm thinking, go to the gym? And I think I had bought a dress just in case. So I went home and I was like, really? Like, this dude he can't be for real. So when he got home from work, he was like, get dressed. So I was like, oh, he got something planned. Like he was tricking me. So I get dressed. We go to this like little Italian restaurant or whatever. And when we're in the parking lot, this ninja had the nerve to be like, give me your card. Like, give me like your debit card. Give me your card. So he could pretend. So when the bill came, our check came or whatever at the end of our dinner, this ninja pulled out my card and paid for the dinner with it. And I'm just looking back, I don't know what I was thinking. At the time, I felt, because he was always monitoring my money, he was very controlling, like my finances, even the money I got from my school, like he would buy himself things with it, like expensive things like shoes, and my income tax, got put towards supposed to be a family car, but when we broke up, he was like, get the fuck out my car. And next couple of days, that same week, that car got repossessed because, I don't want to go too much in detail, but one of their family members put a title loan on that car. So, that's the karma. But long story short, I didn't know my worth, my value, and I was sitting in that position, just allowing someone to dictate my life because I didn't feel like I had that control over my own life. I didn't know my own worth and value to be like, nah, this is my hard-earned money. Like, you gonna take me out. Like, you're gonna treat me like, if that's the case. But I guess because like you want to go spend Valentine's Day with somebody, like, yeah, granted y'all are in a relationship, a so-called in a relationship, but there's really no true loving foundation there. So you want to go have a Valentine's Day experience. So you're paying for it with your own money. Like you wanted it, you're gonna pay for it. That's kind of the lesson I got from it as well. And it might be a little harsh to say that to yourself, but it's real. Like, you wanted to go out and have that experience with somebody, you paid for it. They didn't pay for it because it didn't mean shit to them. It wasn't valuable. That day didn't mean anything to them, and I feel like that is kind of a testament. So, or you had like a single phase where, again, like you were putting yourself out there, you were promiscuous, you were trying to get attention, you showed your body, and that was because you were looking for validation. If you are masculine or you're a man, you were looking through validation through paying, buying expensive gifts, or, kind of tricking off on people, or whatever the case may be, or trying to flash like all your money or what you got, or it's like the seeking of validation. And that phase was for healing, like, or for you to discover something deeper within yourself. So you guys are divinely contracted to help each other move on from the past through loving each other and through self-acceptance and through accepting each other as you are. This is a deep pile. I don't feel like you are in that, like you're not in that energy anymore. So like when you do encounter your person, you guys just will be like your former selves, like energies that you're no longer in. You got two cards that flip face upward. I'm going to take it. So the rose thread, that's like the red string of fate type energy. It says an inner call, soul led, the mystic, living courageously. Okay. I'll hold on to that for a second. And then codes of the seeds. So you guys are meant to have family is a big thing. Children. Okay. It says the blueprint is within you. Take the next step. So like you guys are being divinely, like you've been called to your person. I'm telling you, since you were a child, like you look for this person since you were a kid. I'm telling you, like y'all know this. Like if this is for you, like you've been looking for your person. And every person you've ever loved, had a crush on, been in a relationship with, had sex with, even if it was like a hookup where you just saw this person as just somebody you just trying to have a good time with, or you just were trying to get off, you still, for like because something drew you to that person. Like they might have had like a little energy signature similar to your person, even if it was like just their physical appearance was attractive to you, or their energy, or they were funny, or something. It's like something about them that was like, or where they're from, or if they had an accent. It was like something about that person had a similar energy signature to your person. So every person you've ever met kind of has something that reminds you of your person that you've never met. Like, cause you have that it's in you. I'm telling you, you and this person are destined for each other. So every person that you meet, your soul is looking for that mirror, that person. So let's say like maybe possibly some of you guys had a dream about your person when you were a child. Like you've seen them in a dream, or maybe you vaguely remember the dream, or you vaguely remember what they look like, or you experienced their energy before and it was very vague. But you hold on to that and you're looking for that person. Like you're still looking for them energetically, no matter who you're with. And the thing is that's funny and what's clever about spirit is like we be thinking like if I sleep with different races of women or men, that how is that possible that I'm looking for my person? Like, again, it could be their essence, their energy, their personality, like where they're from, like their character, the way they dress, their style. Or it could be like their physical attributes, regardless of, because I've seen different races of people that literally look alike. Like, I don't know if you guys seen like this trend on social media where they'll find like celebrities that look like twins, but they'll be different ethnicities. Like, it's funny, but some of them do be looking alike. And it's like facial features. It doesn't matter. Like you're looking for, I'm telling you, like this reading, like when I get readings that are so clear like this, where I could just like, with so much conviction, I feel the energy. Half the time I don't even need the cards to like go in and like interpret this. This energy right here, it needs no like it just, I feel like when you meet this, I'm telling you, when you meet them, you're just gonna know. You're gonna know. How will they know? They're gonna know. How will they know? Like you're going to know, I'm telling you, because you guys are, it's an inner call. Your soul is leading you to this person. It's been calling out for so freaking long. And I'm just saying, like, be prepared, okay? You guys are going to come together and build like this beautiful family dynamic as well. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be lit, okay? So pile number 2, that is your reading. If you guys are interested in your own future spouse reading, I have a sale going on with my future spouse reading for 20% off now until February the 20th. Or not February the 20th, sorry, February the 14th for 20% off. That's where I got it mixed up. February the 14th, which is Valentine's Day, this coming Wednesday. So I also have 18 plus reads. Any question you may have around that topic, that reading is exclusively available now until February the 14th. And I also have for my Stairway to Heaven love reading. It's an in-depth reading, video recorded reading for you. That reading is available, and you get that reading, and with it comes a free reading of your choice, a free love reading of your choice. So now until February the 14th. All right, y'all. Much love as always. Like this video, share it if it genuinely resonated with you, or you may feel like it resonates with someone else and you want to share it with them. I would greatly appreciate it. Much love as always. Y'all be blessed. Be safe. Take care. Peace. Last but not least, pile number 3. You guys were drawn to the genuine pile, and yeah, let's see what's going on here. Okay, so the card, it says again, take off your mask and be your authentic self. So we're gonna ask Spirit, why are you and your future spouse meant to be? What makes you meant to be together? In conclusion, so let's see. Okay, for one, with this card, they're both wearing these masks, and I feel like maybe you haven't been able to be, or feel like you haven't been able to be your full authentic self with lovers in your past, or it's like to fully like love in the deepest capacity that you have the ability to. You feel like you haven't met that type of connection in your lifetime yet. You guys, I feel like, do a good job at kind of keeping some things about yourself sacred and hidden from people that are not for you, or may just be a waste of time, or you don't even give them the time of day to begin with. I feel like this is like a couple that has similar placements in their chart, or like opposite zodiac signs. So like let's say you're a Pisces, they would be a Virgo, right? I think Libra is opposite of Aries, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Or is it Sag and Aries? I can't remember. So like whatever your opposite, or you guys could be the same zodiac, because I did feel like 2 earth sign energies, maybe even 2 air or 2 water, 2 earth, like 2 fire signs together. Like it could be that, or you guys have the same zodiac sign, literally, for some of you. Or you guys could be Geminis. Genuine, I heard like Gemini when I read it. So it could be that, or you guys have this energy to where you guys are almost very identical in energy. Like your essence is very identical. Like your love language could be kind of similar to each other. Or you guys could be completely opposite, like different colors of the spectrum energetically, just different. There's something here. So I also feel like you guys are both very intuitive, okay? Whoever the masculine energy is, you're very communicative. You express yourself. You're a very expressive person. If you are feminine, you are very intuitive, but you have more of a internalized self-expression. Like you express yourself maybe like, okay, in the world, the masculine would be someone that would be more in the spotlight, more in jobs or careers where they are the leader, where they are, you know, in the forefront, whereas the feminine in everyday life would kind of be like in the background, kind of, or may take on careers or jobs where, you know, no one sees their face, or they just handle paperwork. Like their energy is very much in the background, or something sacred. If you're like a spiritual, you know, your career, your path is a spiritual one, where maybe you have sacred practices, but it's not, it's an exclusive, it's like an exclusive type of career where not a lot of people have access to you. You're not going to just work with anybody type of thing. That's kind of the energy I get. So let's see. Why are you guys meant to be together? Why is pile number 3 meant to be with their person? Pile number 3. Whoa. Okay. Queen of Wands flew out of the deck. So yeah, some of you guys definitely could be fire. Definitely fire sign energy. If someone that has like a very strong personality and energy, Ace of Wands, very creative person, I feel like you, yeah, okay, this makes sense. 3 of Cups, yeah. This is going to be somebody that you work with. Yep, King of Pentacles. Somebody that you work with, or someone that you meet socially, like socializing. But it seems like the environment that you guys are in, it seems very professional. People that are very like, they have high positions, okay? For some of you, it's like this feminine, you're being called to come out of your shell. The masculine energy could be the one that's a little stiff as well, or it's like you guys spice each other's lives up. It's like feminine energy, like you have this very dynamic, powerful, charismatic energy. You live life very colorfully, even though it's kind of like there's something about you that is sacred, it's exclusive. I do feel like you are a magic woman, you are, or feminine, you are magical, you are into the spiritual arts, and you have spiritual gifts and healing powers. You do. Very creative. And I feel like your person, or whoever the masculine energy is more of like a corporate type of energy, like versus like this hippie, very like magical feminine. It's like you guys live and lead different lives, where I do feel like the masculine operates well in like society, like societal norm roles and career paths, and like a traditional masculine energy, whereas the feminine is like kind of like this wild feminine lone wolf, just dances under the moonlight type energy. You know what I'm saying? Like some of you guys, like you're like, yes, this is me. So like, let's like put it into perspective. Let's say like you are a crystal totem, crystals, tarot in your purse, in your bag, or you're into like art, or you don't have like a normal, what people would deem as like a normal 9-to-5 for some of you, or maybe you do, but there's a side that people don't know, they don't get to see. It's like only for those that you know and you trust, and like, and then the excuse me, the masculine energy is more like the corporate guy that works in politics and you know, blue collar energy, like, you know, that type of thing. doesn't have any knowledge really, may know what their zodiac sign, but they don't really know too much in depth of what that means. Or they may know about tarot cards, but they're not into it. They don't know like what the tarot cards are and what they mean. Like they just know what they look like. You know, it's like they may have some knowledge of certain things, but they're not into it. They don't really follow all of that. So it's like you guys are opposite energies, but your vibes, there's something about your energies that do go well together. So this is like blending of worlds, but I'm trying to get to the root as to why is that significant. Yeah, so you guys can be yourselves, fully like pull yourselves out of your shells, or one of you. Six of Pentacles, like this is, you guys give to each other. The Hangman in reverse. Yeah, because someone's kind of like in this stagnant energy, or like there could be some untapped abilities or gifts. Like I see this as like someone teaching the other person how to invest in themselves. And I do feel like this, and this is not like for groupies or like gold digging energies. I'm not getting that type of vibe, or like that escort type of vibe. I'm not seeing that. This feels more like, and no shame, it is what it is, but I'm not speaking to that demographic, because I feel like that is kind of this template of like someone that may fall into the trap of marrying for money or marrying for status, and that's not what this is. I feel like this is someone that may like money, may value like taking care of themselves and looking good and living a good life, but it's like I can still look good in thrift clothes. Even if I had the money, I would probably like buy out a thrift store if I could, right? Or if I have the means to just travel and go take a trip to Bali, if I have the money, I'm going to go. It doesn't necessarily mean that I got it like that financially all the time. Or, you know, I'm going to treat myself to something expensive because I have it right now to give to myself. It's like that type of energy. Whereas like if the money did come, if you were to come into wealth just by yourself, it's like you would appreciate it, but it's not something that you thrive for. You're not desperate. You're not selling your body for money, or selling yourself just to have money, or just getting married to somebody just for the sake because they got it like that. Like you're not that type of person. You move spiritually, like in spiritual alignment with what's best and what's of your highest good, and then love and intention. So like, let's say hypothetically the masculine, there is like a financial stability there, or maybe a financial wealth. I do see like there being a pouring into and investing in a feminine's energy in that way as well, and in all different ways as well. But the major messages that I'm getting, like this feminine is going to teach this masculine energy how to invest in themselves in a way that does not cost money, if that makes sense. Or if it does cost money to, I mean, like, let's say like therapy and all of that, that could definitely be an investment in self, of course, right? But this is more of like energetic, like a spiritual thing within self. And I feel whatever that looks like, there's some level of pouring into the self where there's a spiritual awareness, an awakening that's going to happen for the masculine energy. Get unstuck. Maybe someone feels like their career is kind of stagnant. They don't really know what they're supposed to be doing. They don't feel spiritually connected. Yeah, okay, so interesting. You have witchcraft, occult, demonic activity, and technology, self-care, gratitude, deliverance and liberation, the phases, and the moon. Yeah, some of you, feminine energies, you're connected to the moon. You're psychic is what we call it, right? Psychic energy. So I feel like if you are masculine, or you're asking about a masculine energy, or like who your future husband is, they may work in a field where there's a lot of witchcraft. Like I'm getting advertisement. Like advertisement is a form of witchcraft in a sense, because like you have to know like certain jingles, like music, things that are going to catch the subconscious. Like, ooh, that's a catchy song, and it's going to make you sing it and think about that particular product. Or color, like, okay, I know if my advertisement has bold letters like this and it has this type of color, it's going to capture the eye of subconsciously catch that customer's eye, right? Or around a certain time I'm going to sell this. And it's not, doesn't necessarily mean that it's a negative or it's dark demonic energy, but some cases it is. Like there is that demonic advertisement as well, where it's selling something that is like, you know, poisonous to the body, poisonous to the mind. Like if it's music, if it's a TV show, like there's marketing around certain things, right? So your person could know Okay. We're getting somewhere. Your person, whether they know this or not, they are a witch, like warlock energy, magician energy, occultist. Like they know what they know. Whether they don't know that that's like to on that spiritual side, that spiritual tip, that that's what they are and who they are and what it's an energy thing, right? Or they know what the fuck they doing. And it might be something that they don't necessarily resonate with, or they could work for the government or something. It's like something that they don't resonate with like that, or they feel like is not in alignment with their truth, or they feel like they have to hide. Maybe they know that they're spiritually gifted and powerful in that way, but they feel like they misplace their gifts. Yes. Okay. That makes sense. They may work in like technology, like, or work with like engineering as well. Something with like, let's say music, like they could be a music producer. They could be a songwriter or a musician literally. But I'm getting like someone that works with like tools and like systems, programs, maybe even like creating technology or something like that. Let's say they work for Apple or something, or Microsoft or something like that, right? They could be like working IT or something. And then the self-care, I just noticed, I didn't even pay attention. Self-care, yeah, you guys are gonna like teach each other to value your energy. Like this person is gonna water you and nurture you. Like you're such a breath of fresh air. It's like, babe, I'll buy you them crystals. I may not be all into that shit. I may not know all about it, but I'm gonna buy you some crystals, if that's what you into. Like some of y'all into the crystals and stuff. You into that. Not every person that calls themselves spiritual or like is necessary. Like you may own some crystals. Some people is really about that life. Like one of my brothers has a whole shelf full of crystals. Like he about that life with the crystals. So like some of you guys, and then it could be like, me, like I bet you $1 million, like my whoever my future spouse is, like that ninja gonna buy me decks all the time. Like I'm gonna have a whole room. Like think Beauty of the Beast when he took Belle in that library and how they had like all the books. That's me with tarot cards, like and oracle cards and shit. Like it's gonna be stacked, okay? So it's like that. I feel that type of energy from this. Like I got you. Like I'm investing in you. Like if you wanna, you wanna open your own healing practice, I got you. You wanna like publish that book, I got you. Like there's something with that. And then the feminine energy is like, well, I'm gonna pour back into you on a spiritual level. Like I'm gonna show you how to go in with yourself, like deep. And it's a gratitude. Like you guys are helping each other break free of your chains. Like this is dope. Like, you know what? This sound like this be a pile that I could get with. You know what I mean? Like this, I like this pile. Cause I had this conversation with my sis. I'm like, I don't see myself like being with somebody that's like as spiritual as I am in that sense. Like it has to be a balance. Like I feel like feminine energies, naturally we dwell in that spiritual world more, where masculine energies is more grounded. Like I can't see myself being with some like dude that's like always talking about some spiritual stuff all the time, like in the planets and nah, like I can't see that. That don't resonate with me. Like no. I gotta have some balance. Like you gotta have some balance. And if you're a spiritual guy like that, you may need like a woman that's a little bit more in the, the world of like kind of grounded. But I don't see that, because I feel like that's not the realm that feminine energies, even if you are a corporate mommy, okay, you're a corporate mommy, I see you, a corporate baddie, like you have that side to you, and it may not be for everybody to know. Like people at work don't know what I do. Like maybe one person, because I told them, because we hung out outside of work, like she knows, but I don't tell people what I do at work. I don't bring out my cards and all that shit. Like I don't do that. Like I just don't feel led to share that part of myself with, I just don't. So, but I feel masculine energies is like knowledge of self is spirituality, but in that spiritual way of like, oh, he's wearing like crystals and ankhs and all this stuff, like being real extra with it all the time, and like young pharaohs and all that stuff and nature boy type vibe. Like, no, I don't resonate with that type of man. Like, that just does not resonate with me. So I don't know. I don't feel like it just, yeah. So I resonate with y'all pile a little bit, y'all. I get it. Let's see. 2 cards flew out. You have the grandmothers. Remember your roots, perceptive, the trust the waverings. You guys have a lineage of powerful feminine energies, like your grandmothers, like shamans and medicine women and healers. Yep, this card came out in one of the piles too. It says trust the seasons, embracing change, cycles of life, transition and growth. You guys are deeply like feminine energies. You guys are deeply in tune with your healing abilities and powers. Like, that is something that you're blessed and gifted with from your maternal side of your family, like the women in your family, like the grandmothers, the great grandmas, and so on and so forth, of different types of cultures as well, and ethnicities. Like, you hold that in your blood, and those practices are within you. So you may resonate with different types of spirituality, like Hindu and ancient Kemet science and different Native American culture practices as well, and medicines, and like, you guys are real in tune with the earthy energy. I feel like you work with the moon cycles, which most spiritual women and feminine energies resonate with the moon and resonate with nature as well. So like the crystals and all that is not far-fetched. The seashells, the flowers, the plants, the herbs, like you could be herbal witches. Like, y'all resonate with those elements of your healing. You may work with flowers. You may take spiritual baths with herbs and plants and flowers. Like, you know about those things, and you know how to utilize the cycles of the moon as well, or astrological alignments and things like that. Like, y'all about that life. I see you. I see you, sis or bro. If you are a male feminine energy, I see you. Okay, I get you. Okay, we here. We right here. I get it. So whoever the masculine energy is, like, they're gifted too. They're just like, their placement in the world is more of kind of 3D a little bit. And it's like, how do I navigate my abilities, my gifts, my skills, my callings, and my purpose within what I do? Like, how do I like put it all in one? And I feel like that's where the help of the feminine energy comes in. And I just feel like the self-care of, like, you don't got to do it all, because even though the feminine energy is like this free-flowing energy, there still is like this level of independence that I feel like you kind of extend yourself in a masculine way, because it's just been you, or you're so used to being the independent one, or you're so used to maybe being the martyr even for your partners. Like, you may attract like young energy, like males or masculines that's kind of like really behind, and you're kind of like the mother, and they cling to your energy. So you might be used to that. So being with a person that is powerful and they know how to navigate in their world and their life, it's kind of like that zaddy energy, that poppy, that, divine daddy energy. I don't like calling men daddy. That's ugly, because I call my dad daddy, so it's ugly to me. This doesn't sit right on my tongue. But like, you could call somebody papa, you call someone poppy, or you call him, zaddy with Z, like the Z part. You could do that. I don't know. Who cares? But long story short, for my quirky divine feminine energies out there, y'all get it. You guys, I feel you're gonna have this balance where you're not used to people taking care of you and making sure you're good. You're not used to that. You're used to taking care of everybody else and making sure they're good. And you're still gonna pour into your partner. Like, you guys are gonna equally give to each other. You guys are going to pour in. You guys are grateful for each other, but you guys are gonna break yourselves free of these chains of false identities and social constructs that keep you restricted. Misplacing your gifts, like Knight of Swords, communication, haste, truth teller, debate. So like, you guys are going to have some real, like, this person's going to be very intentional. You guys are going to have some really deep conversations, and you guys are going to tell each other what it is. Like, I see y'all both got like a strong energy, and High Priestess was at the top of the deck. So yeah, that's what y'all are. That's who the feminine is. But I see like this person's going to be very intentional. Whoever the masculine energy is, that is going to be a very intentional energy of like, this is what I see for us. This is what I want. I want to invest in this connection. I want to invest in you romantically, spiritually, financially, like all of that. Like this person is that. Okay, there's a little hairball on my table. But yeah. So some of you guys might not have kids together. Some of you guys will. Some of you guys, your kids are going to be like the little fur babies, you know. I see that too. So I hope this reading resonates. If it does, go ahead and like it. I do have future spouse readings available. I do have my future spouse. Speaking of, I do have a Valentine's Day love special going on now, and it ends Valentine's Day, February the 14th. But my future spouse reading is 20% off right now. My Stairway to Heaven love reading, which is a in-depth video recorded reading. Buy that reading and get a free love reading as well with that. So that's available. And I have 18 plus readings as well available of, you know, any choice of question that you may have surrounding that topic. You guys can go ahead and submit a payment for that if you're interested, and that's going to only be available exclusively until Valentine's Day. So now until Valentine's Day at least. So any other readings or bookings, phone sessions, coaching sessions, voice recorded readings, you guys can check all of that out on my website. All you have to do is just click the link and it will take you to my website. And if you guys have any further questions about my services, don't be shy. Don't hesitate to reach out if you guys have any questions. And as always, I appreciate you guys. Much love. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe. Take care. And until the next reading, peace.